Morning, folks. Rained all night long last night, so I didn't have to water the arena, but they're roping today, so I just got done working up the ground for them. Today is Sunday, and it's kind of late in the day to be doing this, but heading up the mountain to go get some firewood, I think. This little trailer I got, it only holds a quarter cord, and that shouldn't take me too long. I'm just in the mood to get out and back up in the woods. So, here we go. They mag watered this road, which is the first time I can remember them ever doing that. What that is it's magnesium chloride, and it helps keep the dust down, but it makes the road surface really hard. It's almost like blacktop in some ways. It's not. It just makes the dirt harder than what it normally would be without it. But it's very corrosive. Hopefully it'll help it keep it from getting as washboarded as what it usually does. This road gets terrible bad. But like I say, it is very corrosive. When I was doing ranch work and things, we were gathering cattle, and they had an aluminum horse trailer, and when they mag watered the road up there toward the mine, and that kind of wrecked that trailer. It pitted it out real bad, and really did bad things to aluminum. It ain't good for steel either. They say that it doesn't harm any plants or anything, but I've noticed that usually the trees on the downhill side end up dead. So I don't know how good a stuff it really is, but it does work good. If it keeps the washboards away, that'll be a very good thing, because like I said, this road gets so bouncy and rough that people have gone off the edge of it, just bouncing off. Right up here, they put these cement barriers up here for that very reason. Show you right here, somebody went off of this one right here a couple of years back. Well, more than a couple now, but they didn't die, which amazes me. Ooh, there's somebody there. But well, it's up there in that far corner. It's a long drop down there. Went off right over there and rolled all the way down to the bottom down this. That, like I say, it's amazing to me that they all survived. They had a Land Cruiser, I'm not sure which, with a full roll cage, and they're all strapped in. But that there is a shortcut that I do not want to take. Right where that truck is, where they went over the edge. They've been logging up here, which is probably why they worked on the road and put that stuff on there. I think a big part of the reason why it gets so washboarded is trailers like mine here, they get to bouncing and just kind of scuff it up, and I don't know if that's really what does it or not, but I think that's probably part of the reason. It's starting to rain again. Might not have been the best day for this, but like I said, kind of just needed to get out of there and get up here for a while. Always makes me feel better. Like Hillbilly says, this really is a church up here. I mean, it's just good for you. You got to do it once in a while. I don't get to do it often enough. The mountains across the way from us that I always show at the beginning of these, They had fresh snow on them this morning. I don't know how high up the snow line was. I think most of it's probably melted again now, but here's tomorrow. Tomorrow's June 1st and fresh snow. That over there that looks like snow, little white flowers. Cindy says it's called flax. I don't remember seeing that up here before, but I guess it probably has been. This big old rock I always thought looked like a troll. Do you see him? Big old nose right there, beard, eyeball. I think it's kind of neat looking. Here's those flowers. She might have called it flock. I don't know what she called it. Flax, flock, something like that. But kind of pretty little things. Like I say, at a glance, it looks like snow. Well, that didn't take very long. Heaped up like that, that's right at 1/4 of a cord. I got my paperwork for the forest Nazis. Got to have the tag on the back of the load, so this vise comes in handy for that. I just stick it in there. But look at this here. I mean, that's one thing good about a forest fire. There is no shortage of firewood, and there other people have been coming to this spot too and getting some of it already. A lot of it is black, from the fire, and like the base of that one there, that's pretty dark. It's sooty. It'll make your fingers and stuff black. But a lot of it, like this one right here, that's a good sized tree. Probably, I don't know, 10-12 inches at the base, and only the black is on the bottom. You go up here just a little ways and it's clean. That's a good tree. I'll probably grab that one next trip. That blonde thing there in the middle, it kind of looked like an elk. I think it's just a log. Yeah. Not a critter. Almost forgot this cargo net keeps them from bouncing out. This little trailer, it has springs, but it has no shocks, so it does bounce. And if I forget to put this on here, I'll end up losing about half of them. So, very important net. So what you gotta do is just like a deer tag. Notch out May and 31, and it's a 1/4 cord. This is kind of strange. A sled made out of roofing tin and plywood. Actually, well, plywood and some 2x10s, 2x6s. Huh. Wonder why they left that up here. Looks like somebody was camped here, maybe hunting season. And over here is a piece of roofing tin. Gotta wonder, why do people do stuff like this? You know, you drag it up here, why not drag it home again? Huh. Not a bad chunk of tin though, it doesn't have any holes in it. Very strange. And of course, wonder what that is. Actually, sometimes kind of good to know where those are. I need to find a tree. This one's a weird one. Look at this. What happens, I think, is the snow squishes it down, then it grows weirdly. I need to find a tree. This one's too small, but I need to find one that probably 5-6 inches around and 6 foot long or so for that archway on Cindy's garden gate. Kind of looking around today, but so far I haven't seen anything that I really like. Something weird like this with a strange limb on it would work. That one's a green tree though. What I was thinking is if I turn it this way, she could hang one of those little solar lights or something off of a branch like that. But I don't know. I don't like that one, and it's green anyway. Can't cut that one. There's bound to be one up here though someplace. Find one with a weird twist to it or something like that big old mess of a limb. Every now and then you come across a really strange, unusual looking tree, and that's kind of what I want, is something different. There's no hurry to do it. I'd like to find it today, but if I don't find it, that's fine too. But anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching. Can't tell if that's a log up there or critter. I'll have to grab the binoculars, but see you tomorrow. Bye.